who is being obnoxious today. So, try not to have to beat him severely. But, sit. Sit. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Thank you. So we are here to do, Mr. Todd Walnuts is doing another awesome giveaway. And, without my laptop, I'm a little behind on videos, obviously. So, trying to play catch up so I can go to the neighbors and get this video edited and uploaded and posted. So, I will put a link to his channel in the description box below. Go check it out. He does, a lot of DVD, Blu-ray, review unboxings, a lot of horror stuff. So his channel is really awesome, so definitely check him out. For our contest entry, he wanted to know about what our 5 favorite film editions in our collections were, which I actually had 6, and they're actually all autographed. They are signed, but that's not why they were my favorites. They're some of my favorites. No, sir. No, you have molested that Oogie Boogie I got the other day twice now in 2 videos and wrecked everything else. Now sit down. Sit down. No, being cute's not going to help. Stop. He's being such a bully today. So I guess as long as I keep the biscuits going, he'll behave. Lay down. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Down. Down. Don't bother me. So, interruptions abound today. So, no, you're not getting it. You're being a butt. So, but these aren't, like I said, these aren't my favorites because they are signed. They were favorites before that. But they were signed because of them being my favorites. So, I will save my 3 favoritist for last. You think you are so smart. Here, go around. There. I will start with this, and this one, means a lot to me. This is The Last Unicorn, and it is signed, by... He keeps stealing that Oogie Boogie. One biscuit? Give me the Oogie Boogie. He's got a thing for Oogie Boogie. One of our favorite films is Nightmare Before Christmas, and he's got this thing for Oogie Boogie. If you've seen my other videos, you know that. He did have a green Oogie Boogie like that, and he ripped the arms off. So he's awaiting surgery before Patrick can have him back. So now he's stealing this Oogie Boogie. I want you to sit down and mind your business. Talk to the hand, boy. Anyway, this is the 25th anniversary edition of The Last Unicorn. This was a pre-Studio Ghibli film, and if you know who Studio Ghibli is, it is... You better get out of my plushies! Hey! He is not going to let me have any peace today, so I guess it's just throwing biscuits. Studio Ghibli's, the filmmaker, Miyazaki, who did Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Kiki's Delivery Service. Those films will, this company made this film. They were, later became Studio Ghibli. Anyway, my mom knew I loved this film, and she was looking for the DVD, because she knew Peter Beagle was going to be wherever she was, and she wanted to get it signed for me for a present, and, sadly, because he was there, all the new copies were sold out. But she did manage to find this one, and it was used. But chances being that it had already been signed at some point by Peter Beagle to somebody named Eric on the case. So she got him to just sign the outside and the actual DVD, which is in my DVD case. So I absolutely love this film. It is, you know, early Japanese animation, but it's, you know, a English-speaking cast. Jeff Bridges, Mia Farrow, Angela Lansbury, and the amazing Christopher Lee, who sadly passed this year, as anybody who's a fan would know. So, absolutely love this, and it means a lot because my mom went through a lot of hell just to get this for me. The next one is Lady Jane. I love historical films because I love historical things. Lady Jane Grey is one of my favorite historical figures. She became Queen of England for, I believe it was just, what are you eating off the floor, dummy? For just 9 days when she was 15 years old. And it was just a ploy when her cousin Edward died, just to get somebody on the throne that wasn't Catholic. And it was Helena Bonham Carter's first film, and I can't ever say his name right. Cary Elwes. I can't ever say it right, and there's a lot of debate on how you really say his name, and I've never heard him say it, so I don't know. But it was this film that got him. I don't like you right now. That got him his role in Princess Bride. But it also has Patrick Stewart. He plays Lady Jane's father. And I met Patrick Stewart, and he signed it. So, one of my favorite films in the world since I was a teenager. I've been following Helena Bonham Carter since this film. So, that's what made me a fan. My mother got me this Rocky Horror Picture Show / Shock Treatment DVD box set years ago. Came in these little thin cases with a little booklet, and which I really want. There's 3 discs in this. I can't even get it open. I guess so. There's another disc in there. Anyway, I really want the new one that just came out for the 40th anniversary. Oh God. If I didn't have a million other financial issues going on, between a sick dog and a dead laptop, I would love to get it. But I absolutely love this one because my mother got it for me. And then, as I've mentioned in various videos before, over the years I have known some of the, or been contacted with some of the actors from the Rocky Horror Picture Show film throughout the years. And a few years ago I met Barry Bostwick, who I just was befriended by, and to this day we still keep in contact with each other. You can come up here if you behave. But I'd met him at a con, and I'd seen him like over the 2 or 3 days I was there, and he signed on there the second or third day I saw him. Now you're gonna get a whooping if you don't stop, and you're gonna go in your crate. You're being a cheeky boy. Geekus. Yeah. Sit. Now be quiet. I know. Be quiet. Look. Now you're just being bad. He has got awful today. But he signed down here to Candy. Where will we meet tomorrow? Barry Bostwick. So, This and the last 3 DVDs, I'll show you that there's a connecting story. The other 3, get down! Now you leave my plushies alone. You're usually very good. Stop it! What do you do? Now stay. You stay. The con I met Barry at is where I had... Look! Your sassing is getting on my nerves. This con is where my main goal was to see one particular actor that I've talked about meeting before, that I'd been in love with since I was 6 years old, when my mommy took me... No, stop it! My mom took me to see Time After Time in 1979 at the cinema. And then a few months later, I saw his most famous film that he's known for, A Clockwork Orange. Yes, I am talking about Malcolm McDowell. He says, "To Candy, Viddy." He signed this. And he did a trio of films, a trilogy. It started with If, Oh Lucky Man, and then the third one ended up being just a made-for-TV film called Britannia Hospital, and which was god-awful, but I had the other 2 films. Well, I have Britannia Hospital on external hard drive and on my iPod, but I had If on DVD. Stop! Stop! Lord, he is just full. Stop! Anybody want a bad dog today? He's knocking stuff over. Anyway, the only one I could not find anywhere was Oh Lucky Man, and Malcolm just happened to have one there with him, which is this one, and he signed it. And I was so excited to have it signed and actually have this in my collection because it was one I really needed. And probably one of my most favoriteest ones in my collection in general, from Malcolm McDowell, and more so now because it's signed, is the unrated, which technically equals the X-rated version of Caligula. What you said, To Candy, Hill Caligula, or Hill Cow is what he wrote, but I don't know who all has seen this. It is awful. It is horrid. This was Malcolm McDowell's one and only porn film he ever did, and he did not even realize at the time that it was porn. It was produced by Bob Guccione and Penthouse Entertainment, but the cast, which it's a pretty excellent cast, as Helen Mirren, Peter O'Toole, John Gielgud, and of course Malcolm. Let's see, who else was in there? But they were all kind of misled about this film, from what I understood, especially Malcolm, or else Malcolm probably would not have done it. But it's pretty graphic, and it's just pretty awful. But I love this film, and I watch it every now and then. I actually watched it last week. It's based on the life of the real Caesar Caligula, and how sexually depraved he really was, an absolutely insane man. And but for shock value, if you want to watch something for shock value, this is excellent to watch. Well, if you watch the unrated / X-rated version, that is. But this one was just really hilarious to have him sign, because I'd seen him sign a few copies for for men, but I put it down in front of him, and the poor man blushed, and he went, oh my God. He was so embarrassed. I guess he just did not expect that a female could actually appreciate this film because he was in it. So his reaction to me having him sign this was just absolutely priceless. But that weekend, where I met Barry Bostwick and Malcolm, and actually Patrick Stewart was that same weekend as well. And I also met William Shatner and the amazing Mr. Leonard Nimoy, whose wonderful hugs I will cherish forever. But I had just originally gone that weekend to meet Malcolm McDowell, because he was one of my parents' favorite actors, especially my late mother, and my mother had just passed maybe a year and a half before, and I had just been diagnosed with cancer, and I was very, very ill, and I actually wasn't even supposed to go. And so when I found out he was coming, I could not pass up the chance to meet somebody that I had just absolutely loved since I was a child, and somebody that was very important to my mother. And he was just an absolutely amazing man, and he gave me a very incredible weekend. He actually spent quite a bit of time with me. He took that extra time out with me because when we first met, he had asked me how I got into his films, and I had told him that my mother had taken me to see Time After Time when I was a little girl, when I was 6 years old, and then a few months later I'd finally seen A Clockwork Orange, and I was just hooked, and I had just followed him my entire life. And I said my mother was a huge fan, and she had always wanted to meet him, and he asked why she didn't come to meet with him as well, and I absolutely just broke down and told him, I said, well, she had just recently passed, and and with me being so sick, because I was really, really sick then when I had been diagnosed with cancer, and you hear bad things like that, and you don't know what's going to happen. And I told him, I said, I needed to come, and I didn't want to miss meeting him. And he just spent the whole weekend spending a little extra time with me, being incredibly, incredibly sweet, every bit the English gentleman that you would imagine somebody might be. And he does have a potty mouth, but he's hilarious and very kind and very sweet. And he actually took a still shot from photo from the Time After Time film, which if you have not seen, it's absolutely amazing. So watch it. But he took that and he signed it to my mother in her memory. And it's framed and it sits on one of my nightstands in the bedroom. So, when I was just going through such a difficult time in my life, getting these signed, which some of these, these are already some of my most favorite films in the world, but then being able to have them signed by the people that you just love so much, made a huge difference. And so I love these, and I just cherish these, and they're my favorite things in the collection. Like I said, not necessarily because they were signed. They were my some of my favorite DVDs prior to that, but signing them just made them all the more special to me. So that's it. I didn't mean to ramble on. And I know this video is going to be so long because somebody couldn't behave themselves. But that's it as far as that. And his other question was, what other editions would you like in your collection? And I have to say, I really don't buy DVDs that much anymore. I've gotten a few in subscription boxes, but I just really don't buy them much anymore. I don't use my DVD player much anymore. I'd like to get a Blu-ray, but, you know, I just don't have the finances to do that either. Which is sad because I'd like to have a Blu-ray DVD player for the fact that some of these limited edition box sets that come out now are, you know, generally Blu-ray. Like the new Rocky Horror one is Blu-ray, which I'm going to buy it anyway, regardless, Blu-ray or not. But, so, you know, at some point in time, I may break down and get one. I don't know. We'll just see. But most of the time, you know, I watch stuff online, you know, with all these things like Netflix and Hulu, and I have Screambox, and I have a couple, Asian ones that I'm subscribed to, Sunpai TV and Drama Fever, you know, several places like that online. You know, you can watch anything. So, I usually don't buy too many DVDs anymore, but I still love to add to my collection when I can. If I see something different and unique, and I say, you know, I have to have it. So, if there's, you know, definitely one thing I'd love to add to my collection, it is that new 40th anniversary edition of the Rocky Horror Picture Show box set. It comes with a thing of fishnets, a thing of rubber gloves, and the film and extras, and it comes in a really cool display box. So, and I'd like to have that. I really can't think anything else. If anything, I'd like would be I have somebody had a print of, it's a mashup between Ninja Turtles and Reservoir Dogs, which I should have brought it, but it's over there and I don't want to get up and get it and disrupt him. But someone I know had it signed by Quentin Tarantino. It says, "To Candy from Mr. Brown, Quentin Tarantino." And I'm a huge fan of Quentin Tarantino's and his films, and Reservoir Dogs is one of my favorite films, and I actually have the DVD in it's a box set, and it's no, I'm gonna smack you, you better stop. It's in a tin box that looks like a gas can, but it's kind of flat, a little thicker than a DVD case, and it's silver, red, and yellow, I think. It's really unique looking. And the top pops off and the DVD slides out. You know, stop! He is being a brat! Go get it! I would love to have that signed by Quentin Tarantino. I think that would be spectacular. So, maybe one day if I ever met Quentin Tarantino, I would get that signed. I would love to have that showcased in my collection. And I had one other thing that was bought for me by my mother. It was a wooden box set of 2 cuts of, I don't know if you can see my shirt, but The Wicker Man, because we were all huge Christopher Lee fans in this house, and leave my Star Wars figures alone. So I would love to have shown you guys that, but I cannot find it. It's somewhere in this chaos of a house. I know. I'm almost done. I promise. Okay? One more video, okay? Sit. Good boy. Stay. So, but I need to stop because he's being Mr. Sassy Pants and making me crazy. So, but that's it for us. Like I said, I will leave a link to Todd, the Walnuts channel in the description box below. Check his channel out, subscribe, show him some love. His channel's awesome. Roof. You saying bye-bye? Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. So now you're going to shut up. That's it for us. Peace out. Say bye-bye.